Making English easy for everyone.
Speak English with Jay and May.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to Speak English with Jay and May, your cozy little place to build your English confidence. I'm Nay.
Hello, May. And hello, everyone. I'm Jay. How are you today, May?
I'm doing really well, Jay. Actually, I just had a great morning. I woke up, made my coffee, and thought, wow, today is going to be a good day.
That sounds so nice. But wait, May. You said, I woke up, I made, I thought. Those are all different sentence patterns, right?
Oh, Jay, you are already thinking like an English teacher. Yes, and that is exactly what we are talking about today.
Ooh, I love it. So today's topic is sentence patterns you need every single day?
Exactly. And honestly, this is one of my favorite topics because these patterns are the backbone of real English conversation. Once you know them, speaking becomes so much easier.
I really need this. Sometimes I know the words, but I don't know how to put them together in a sentence. It's so frustrating.
You know, that is the most common problem I hear from learners. They study vocabulary for years, but they still freeze when they try to speak. And the reason? They don't have sentence patterns locked in their mind.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. Like my brain has the ingredients, but not the recipe.
Oh, I love that. Your brain has the ingredients, but not the recipe. That's so perfect, Jay. And today, we are giving you the recipes.
Let's go. I'm ready, Chef May.
Okay, before we jump in, real quick, if this podcast is helping your English journey, please subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on your notifications. We make a new episode every single day, so you never run out of practice.
And share it with a friend who is learning English too. Okay, May, let's get into it. Where do we start?
All right, so let's talk about the first essential pattern. And this one is so simple, but people underuse it all the time. It's the I am pattern, using I am to describe yourself or your feelings.
Oh, like I am happy or I am tired.
Yes, exactly like that. But here's the interesting part. Most beginners say, I am, only for simple feelings, but you can use it in so many more ways. I am a teacher, I am from Japan, I am ready to learn, I am confused right now.
Oh, wow. So I am works for feelings and jobs and places and even being ready for something?
Exactly. Think of I am like a universal connector. It connects you to everything, your feelings, your identity, your situation. It's like the most hard-working little pattern in English.
The hard-working little pattern. I like that. Okay, so what's the next one?
The next pattern is I want to. And oh my goodness, Jay, this one will change your life.
Change my life just from I want to?
Okay, maybe not change your whole life, but it will change how you communicate. I want to eat something. I want to learn more. I want to go home. I want to improve my English.
That's so useful because wanting things, that's like all of life, right?
Exactly. Human beings are always wanting something, so this pattern is always relevant. And the beautiful thing is, you just put any verb after want to, and boom, you have a complete thought.
You mean like I want to, and then just add the action word?
Yes, I want to sleep, I want to travel, I want to study English. It never gets old, and it sounds totally natural.
Okay, wait, here's the interesting part. Can I also say I want a pizza without to?
Oh, great question. Yes, if you put a noun, a thing, after want, you don't need to. I want a pizza. I want some water. I want a new phone. But if you put a verb, an action, you need to. I want to eat a pizza.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Noun, no to, action, add to. Got it.
You've got it perfectly, Jay. Okay, let's move to the next pattern. This one is super powerful for conversations. It's can you and can I.
Oh, like asking for help or asking for permission?
Exactly. Can you help me? Can you say that again? Can I borrow your pen? Can I ask you something? These are the phrases that make real conversations happen. Without them, you just stand there silently hoping someone reads your mind.
That is so me. I just stand there with a question in my head and say nothing.
You know, I have a funny story about this. When I first moved to a new city, I needed to ask someone for directions, and I was so nervous. I kept thinking, what do I say first? How do I start?
What did you do?
I finally just walked up to someone and said, "Can you help me?" That's it, just 3 words. And the person immediately stopped, smiled, and said, "Of course." And that moment taught me you don't need a perfect sentence. You just need to start.
Wow, that's actually really inspiring, May. 3 words opened the whole conversation.
3 words. And can you is always those 3 words. It's simple, polite, and it works everywhere.
Okay, this is where things change for me. I always thought I needed long, perfect sentences to sound good in English, but it's really about the right short patterns.
Bingo! You don't need long, you need clear. Short and clear always wins over long and confusing.
Okay, what's the next pattern? I'm getting excited.
All right, this next one is a personal favorite. It's I need to, and this is slightly different from I want to.
Oh, what's the difference? They kind of feel the same to me.
Good question. Want is about desire, what you wish for. Need is about necessity, what is important or required. So I want to sleep means sleep sounds nice. But I need to sleep means if I don't sleep, I will not be okay.
Oh, like I need to sleep is more serious and urgent.
Exactly. And this pattern is everywhere in daily life. I need to call my mom. I need to finish this work. I need to drink more water. I need to study for my exam.
So I want to is dreamy and I need to is urgent.
Yes, I love that. Want is the dream version, and need is the real life version. Use both, and your English will sound completely natural.
Okay, I have a question. Can I combine them? Like, I want to rest, but I need to work?
Oh, Jay, that is a perfect sentence. And honestly, that's the story of everyone's life.
Right? That's the most human sentence ever.
It really is. And look, you just used 2 essential patterns and connected them with but. That is beautiful English right there.
Wait, I did that? I actually said a really good English sentence?
You absolutely did. And that's the magic. Once you know the patterns, you start combining them without even thinking. Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Ready. Hit me.
All right, this one is for talking about your plans and your future. It's I'm going to.
Oh, like, I'm going to eat dinner soon?
Yes, I'm going to is how you talk about plans that are already decided. I'm going to visit my family this weekend. I'm going to try a new recipe tonight. I'm going to take an English class. It shows intention.
You mean like, I already decided and now I'm telling someone?
Exactly right. It's not a dream anymore. It's a plan. The decision is made. And you know what's funny? This pattern also works perfectly for small everyday moments. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to watch a movie tonight.
So even tiny plans count?
Every plan counts. In real conversation, people share these little plans all the time. It keeps conversation flowing naturally.
Okay, I'm going to use this pattern all day today.
Yes, perfect. You just used it right now. See how natural that sounded?
It did. I didn't even think about it. It just came out.
That is the goal, Jay. When patterns live in your mouth, not just in your head, That's fluency. Okay, let's talk about one more really important pattern. This one is for asking questions, and it's what do you think about?
Oh, I hear this one a lot. People say, "What do you think?" all the time.
Yes, and it's incredibly useful because it invites the other person into the conversation. What do you think about this movie? What do you think about my idea? What do you think about living abroad?
So it's like you are passing the ball to the other person.
Perfect analogy. Conversation is like a ball. You say something, then you pass it. What do you think is one of the best ways to pass the ball? And it shows you are curious about the other person, which makes them like you more.
That's actually really smart. It's not just English, it's like a social skill.
Exactly. Language and social skills go hand in hand. When you ask someone, what do you think? They feel respected, they feel heard, and the conversation gets richer.
Wait, here's what I'm wondering. Can I use it even with strangers? Like if I meet someone new?
Absolutely. Imagine you're at a coffee shop and someone is reading a book you like. You could say, "Oh, I love that book. What do you think about it so far?" And suddenly you have a conversation.
Wow, one pattern and I made a new friend.
One pattern, one friend. I love it. Okay, Jay, let's talk about one more pattern before our vocabulary moment. And this one is for feelings and reactions. It's I feel like.
Oh, like I feel like eating something? Or I feel like something is wrong?
Yes, both. I feel like is amazing because it works in two ways. First, for cravings or desires, I feel like having ice cream. I feel like going for a walk. Second, for expressing gut feelings. I feel like this is a good idea. I feel like something is off today.
That second one is interesting. You mean like a feeling you can't explain?
Exactly, your intuition, that inner voice. And in English, I feel like is the perfect way to express it. It sounds natural, not overly formal, and people connect with it immediately.
I feel like this podcast is making me smarter.
I feel like you're absolutely right. Okay, Jay, let's take a small moment. I want the listeners to imagine something with us.
Ooh, I love this part. Go ahead, May.
Imagine you wake up tomorrow morning. You have a job interview, you meet someone new on the bus, you order food at a cafe, and later you have dinner with a friend. Now, using just the patterns we talked about today, how many sentences could you make?
Oh, wow. Let me think. I am nervous about my interview. I need to prepare. Can I sit here? To the person on the bus. I want to order the chicken. I'm going to meet my friend tonight. What do you think about this restaurant? I feel like today was a great day.
Jay, that was incredible. You just covered almost your entire day using the patterns from today's episode.
Wait, I actually did? That felt so easy.
Because it is easy once you have the patterns. That's the whole point. You don't need to translate word by word in your head. You just grab the pattern, fill in the details, and speak.
Okay, I am officially a believer. These patterns are everything.
They really are. All right, it's time for our vocabulary moment. I want to highlight 5 useful phrases we use today. These are so important for everyday communication.
Yes, let's do it. I love this part.
Okay, number 1, the backbone. I said these patterns are the backbone of real English conversation. Backbone means the most important supporting part, like a spine in your body. Without it, nothing works.
Oh, like good communication is the backbone of any strong relationship. You mean like that?
Perfect example, Jay.
Number 2?
Number 2, lock in. I said, have these patterns locked in your mind. To lock something in means to make it fixed, secure, automatic in your memory.
So, like, I need to lock in these grammar rules before my exam.
Exactly right. Okay, number 3, intention. I said, I'm going to shows your intention. Intention means your purpose, your plan, what you mean to do.
Like, my intention is to become fluent in English this year.
Love it! You're on fire today, Jay. Okay, number 4, gut feeling. I said, I feel like can express your gut feeling. Gut feeling means a strong inner feeling, something you sense but can't fully explain with logic.
Oh, like, I had a gut feeling the meeting would go well, and it did.
Perfect. And the last one, number 5, universal connector. I called I am a universal connector. Universal means it works everywhere, for everyone, in every situation. Connector means it joins or links things together.
So, like, a smile is a universal connector between people all over the world.
Oh, Jay, that was beautiful. I'm saving that sentence.
Thanks, May. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. The sentence patterns we learned today are I am, I want to, can you/can I need to, I'm going to, what do you think about, and I feel like. Is that right?
That is exactly right. 7 powerful patterns, 7 recipes for real English conversation. And the best thing, you can use every single one of them before you even finish breakfast tomorrow morning.
Seriously, I am hungry. I want to eat something. I need to make coffee. I'm going to be late.
Yes, that is a perfectly normal English morning right there. No textbook needed, just the patterns in your mouth and your real life in front of you.
I love that. The patterns in your mouth. May, you have the best way of explaining things.
Thank you, Jay. And you know what I always say, English is not something you study and put away. It's something you live every single day. Every conversation, every small moment. It's all practice.
That really takes the pressure off. Like, I don't have to be perfect. I just have to use the patterns.
Exactly. Progress over perfection. Always. Okay, we are almost at the end of today's episode, Jay. And before we go, I want to ask our amazing listeners a question.
Ooh, yes, comment section time.
Here is today's question for everyone listening. Which of the 7 patterns do you think you will use the most in your daily life? And can you write us one sentence using that pattern?
Ooh, I love that. Write it in the comments. It could be, I feel like English is getting easier, or I'm going to practice every day. Any sentence using today's patterns.
We read every single comment, and we love seeing your sentences. It makes our day, so don't be shy. Write something, anything. Even one sentence is a big step.
And if today's episode helped you, please share it with one friend who is learning English. You could be the reason they have a breakthrough today.
That's so true. All right, wonderful learners, thank you so much for spending this time with us. Remember, every day you show up and listen, you are getting better. You are building something real.
You're not just learning English, you're building confidence, and that is everything.
We'll see you again tomorrow, right here on Speak English with Jay and May. Until then, keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself.
Bye, everyone. You've got this.
Bye-bye.